All right, pre-show shenanigans. It's been taking over the internet this morning. If anyone has opened Twitter this morning, you have seen this. Dua Lipa has officially dropped her phone number. It is out there in the world. You can text her. I'm not doxing anything. She's the one who put it out there. You can text her right now at 917-810-3415. Personally, I have already texted Dua Lipa myself. I have already asked her a question, and I have asked her, should Ryan Day be fired for losing 3 straight times to Michigan? Dua Lipa, please let me know if we should get rid of Ryan. I am actually, you know what? Let me also just ask her, like, am I going through my John Cooper years? Let me do that right now.
Can we just like for reference and like to know you actually did it, can we get a little little showing of the text chain?
Yeah, here, let me find her number again.
Don't dox yourself though. That's the other important thing.
I'm trying to I feeling I might be doing that right here, but
don't accidentally do that. But I mean, we're asking the important questions here. That is the reality of things. So
it's another. So okay, I'll explain this in one sec. Let's just say, obviously, this is an automated chat room. I don't know what intern has to go through these texts today, but I am so sorry, whoever that intern is.
This is why the unnamed intern. We don't do this for the unnamed intern's own sake. Also for our sake, because the things the unnamed intern might say.
Intern. Yeah. So, pretty much when, I don't
just imagine.
Pretty much when you text it instantly sends you to like a.
Oh, you got some heart emojis back.
Yeah, no, I know. I matter to Dua, so I get those emojis, but it sends you to this community thing. Asks to add your contact. That part's not for me. I just want to know, am I going through my John Cooper years? Damn it, that's all I want to know, Dua. But yeah,
just imagine though. Let's say hypothetically they didn't do that, and like it's actually just somebody sitting in a room, just massive computer screens responding to everybody.
Oh, 1,000%.
Imagine the amount of power you hold in your hands at that point in time. You could completely destroy an entire person's career.
Yeah, you could destroy careers, you could destroy livelihoods, you could destroy many things with this.
The other thing, though, obviously Dua Lipa's number, I say in quotations, it's definitely her real number, guys. All right. That came out, but Times Person of the Year.
That dropped too?
That dropped. It is
now, is it a person or is it like the internet? Is it an abstract idea?
Oh, it's most certainly a person. We could say arguably
and it is one person, not
matters to the NFL.
Okay.
It's Tay-Tay. Okay. So, but you've been seeing memes all day about
person of the year.
Your Times Person of the Year is Taylor Swift.
Okay. You know what? I've learned my lesson. I'm not picking a battle here.
Credit to Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Travis Kelce put Taylor Swift on the map.
Yeah,
100%.
Now we're both We're both getting executed in like 2 hours now that we set that.
Yeah, no. This video is going to be flagged.
It's getting taken down.
Community violations. We're going to get.
We're getting one of those community notes. It's not going to be a good time.
No, we're getting community noted 100% after you said that. That was vicious. I cannot believe you went there.
Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't have done. I probably needed to think a little bit more before I said anything.
You know what? Real quick, while we're here, let me just look up highest grossing tours of all time. I'm assuming Taylor Swift.
I'm assuming Taylor Swift is number one.
On Wikipedia, which is 100% credible, it says the Eras Tour is currently second. They are $30 million away from becoming number one.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but my person of the year is Connor Stallions.
Yeah, I think
that's no-brainer. Right. Yeah.
We have to put now. It's either Connor Stallions or we follow in the footsteps of, I believe, Sports Illustrated. And we just make Deion Sanders person of the year.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
Or they gave him Coach of the Year, which was just hilarious. I have seen this recently a lot on Twitter. I bet you've seen this, but the current head coach of North Carolina women's field hockey, this is her first year since graduating. She played on the team the year before, like was captain, best player on the team.
Yeah. The
A
UNC,
year after
yes,
graduating,
yes.
she
Field
took
hockey.
over as head coach for field hockey and then
Field
won
hockey.
a natty year one as coach. That's the most impressive thing I've ever heard ever for just any coaching job. First year coaching ever. You have a D1 coaching job.
Being a former player, literally on the team the season before.
Literally, a majority of the players on that team were her teammates, and now she's their coach. And then she wins a natty year one. I think we got it. There's no way you can say someone had a better coaching job than that. I'm sorry, Eli Drinkwitz.
Don't worry,
you did not have a better coaching job than her.
Dion got the rock on the field, though.
Yeah, he brought some Louis over. We're still waiting on the rest of the Louis.
The rest of the Louis got stolen at UCLA.
True,
so that's the other problem.
Yeah, not even delayed. Yeah, it's not even in transit. That shit's gone. Yeah, no, United copped that shit. It's theirs now. So, yeah, let's just get that out of the way now. But yeah, we got some end of the year rankings for college football today. Waterboy Awards are coming up. That'll be after
they are getting very close.
That'll be after the Super Bowl. They are coming up. Was it
after the Super Bowl last year? I thought it was just after bowl season. I think it was in between. So I think it was exclusive to college football, wasn't it?
If I'm just thinking, it pretty much was. But if I'm just thinking of how the content schedule will work out and how February might be post Super Bowl, we'll do that in February. We'll do that after the Super Bowl.
Well, that is off-season wish list season.
True. But we can pack multiple things into an episode. We're big boys.
Strangely enough, our better part of the year, content-wise, is the off-season.
Best part of the year.
Somehow it works out well for us. But you know what?
Personally, as humans, we are. We are definitely more busy in that period. Definitely more busy in that period than we are right now. It's already a job just watching 20 hours of football every weekend. Like it is not easy. It is not easy watching multiple games at one time. That is not easy to do, guys.
No. If you really want to break down
for the faint
if you really want to break down of how it works, Grant's watching film. I'm obviously on the field. Once I get home from the game, I go straight in watching film. The unnamed intern the whole time is sitting on there on a laptop. We have him he's plugging away all these values, right? And he's making the whole spreadsheet that we use to make the Waterboy Awards and
it's a big spreadsheet.
And this is like
big.
It's from 2 a.m. Like he's watching the previous games again before they play the next game that same day. Like we have him rerunning the previous week.
Of course.
So he watches every game twice.
Yeah, for example, like tomorrow or tonight, Thursday Night Football, Patriots at Steelers. Like you bet your ass unnamed intern is rewatching that shitty Chargers Patriots game right now. You bet your ass he is. He's going through that painful 6-0 game right now. All right? Because that's what we do over here at the Waterboy Pod. But we got anything else? Anything else for Dua Lipa? No, don't think so. All right. Let's get to the show now. Let's get to the show. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today it is episode 176. Juan Soto is a Yankee. Dave Roberts might have screwed up the Dodgers getting Shohei Ohtani. Marvin Harrison is going to the Heisman Awards ceremony. We got some college football end of the season rankings, and then, big week 14 NFL. Week 14 NFL to go over and preview. But let's start off with the MLB. It's been a while since we talked about the MLB. I got the Kemp nose on today. So Juan Soto and Trent Grisham are New York Yankees. Those might not be the only moves that the Padres make. The rumor is right now Cronenworth is also available, but we can assume Machado and Tatis are going to stay there. But Cronenworth probably on the move as well.
Well,
Padres are selling.
You do risk with getting a guy who is an avid snowmobile accident enthusiast as well as a PED user if Tatis leaves. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag with him.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm no GM. I'm no GM, but I just don't know why they give Tatis a $300 million contract when you could keep him on like a $2 million salary right now because he hasn't hit even ARB yet. So from that angle, I don't quite understand why they locked him up so early. Like Corbin Carroll getting inked on like an 8-year, $90 million, that's a discount. You know, you didn't give him 10 years, $300 million in his second year in the MLB. Like they did that with Tatis, a little confused why do that financially. You're just fucking over your salary cap when you don't need to. But hey,
it's the Padre way.
Look how it worked out for them. Now they blew it all up. So yeah, Soto's a Yankee. Yep, fraud alerts. You're hearing it right now. Yeah, Ted Williams 2.0 is a Yankee. He is not a Red Sox. Yeah, this could be interesting. Verdugo, also our guy, got traded to the Yankees. So hey, the last time an outfielder was traded from the Red Sox to the Yankees, that guy turned out to be Babe Ruth. So who knows? Maybe Verdugo starts pitching. Who knows?
Possibly.
Who knows? Even though Babe Ruth pitched for the Red Sox, didn't pitch when he got to the Yankees. But screw it. You get the point.
Which is interesting, by the way, because whenever anybody thinks of Babe Ruth and that, they always think that he pitched on the Yankees. They always assume
he pitched on the Yankees a little bit.
Even me, like I legitimately thought until right now he pitched on the Yankees.
Oh damn! Like, hey, don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure Babe Ruth stopped pitching like 2 or 3 years before
he realized that they weren't plumbers anymore. He was gonna get blown up. He was like, I just hitting.
Yeah, I mean hey, you know, we're not here to go into this too in depth, but my roommate, big baseball guy, played baseball same
with Babe Ruth.
Corbin Burns went to.
Oh
no, but way better than my high school when it comes to baseball. And so,
hey, but your high school did put out a top 10 pick.
Yes, that is true. That is true. But he was the only kid on the team. It was a 1v9. So the team didn't look great. Kevin looked pretty good though. 1v9ing. But my roommate was just, we were bored the other night, you know, how to take a little final study break. So my roommate and I, when we take a final study break, I either pull up a random college football game for him because he's trying to like get into football. So I'll pull up like the fucking Vince Young USC Rose Bowl. Like I'll pull up just legendary iconic games.
Like the Tulane USC Cotton Bowl game. I got you.
Well, he watched that one live, so
okay,
that was already ingrained in his memory.
All right.
But I'll just pull up shit like that. But for this one, we were just watching Aaron Judge highlights. We got bored. And we just thought to ourselves, if Aaron Judge played in that Babe Ruth era, he'd have what, 500 home runs in a single season? 600 home runs? 700?
Oh, it's like hitting off a tee.
Yeah, no. And left field was 190 feet. So you just sit a little pop fly at the Polo Grounds and that shit's gone. So like if Judge was playing in that era, I mean, my God, guys, my God. Like we can even say like Altuve would have been hung for witchcraft. They're like, how the hell can a 5'7" guy hit dingers? No, illegal. He's a witch. Like it would have been the Salem witch trials if Altuve was playing back then. Acuna, they're like, no, not possible. You cannot hit 60 home runs and have 90 stolen bases in a year. Not possible.
There's also other reasons, but
for Acuna?
Yeah. We are talking like baseball in the 20s and 30s, so
you're maybe heading at a little Ty Cobb situation there.
Yeah,
potentially. But you know, just playing along with me about that, I was also just like, if Jacob deGrom pitching or Randy Johnson, hell nah, bro. Joe DiMaggio would have shat his pants up there. All right. Marilyn Monroe would have left him way earlier for JFK if that was happening back then. All I gotta say. But yeah. Just thinking of Aaron Judge playing that era.
Any pitch above 95 miles per hour, somebody might actually just be like, all right, give up. We're done.
I'm just gonna look up average pitch speed dead ball era.
Do you think they clocked it back then? You think that
they definitely had some?
They're hitting those manual, like old timey stopwatches.
They're saying on average, the average speed of a fastball was about.
I'm guessing 83, 84.
87, 88.
Oh, okay.
Pretty fucking fast.
Still fast. I mean, I guess you're still just throwing a ball. Like if you're innately able to throw a ball, like there's not as much to it as like other stuff. So
yeah, they're saying there was one pitcher in that era, Walter Johnson, who topped off at 98 miles an hour in that era. That was like fastest pitch recorded at the time. But to think that multiple MLB, like if you don't have multiple 100+ mile an hour flamethrowers coming out of your pen, like you don't even have a shot. Like that's where the sport has gone. But, you know, I don't want to dive into deep dive baseball analytics shit. Just want to point out Soto is gone. Yankees, they got another star. It's also looking like Aaron Judge will be moving to center field. And also Cody Bellinger has been linked to New York as well. Maybe they don't go after Bellinger now with Grisham too, but we'll see.
I mean, also
it
wouldn't really make sense if Judge is playing center field now for Cody to go there.
Yeah, they don't need to get Belly. So
now
yeah.
For the Dodgers, it would kind of make sense, but that's okay.
So, I mean, real quick for the Dodgers, we re-signed Hayward on $9 million. I'm not really concerned about the $9 million. It's a 1 year. It doesn't really matter.
DH? Or
well, he's going to be our lefty outfielder. Okay. So whenever the righties are pitching, he'll probably be playing right. They have announced that Mookie will be the everyday second baseman moving forward. So he's no longer playing outfield. He's now our second baseman. So if you're just looking at the way the free agents are looking right now, way more outfield hitters than there are infield hitters.
Right. And I mean, they said Gavin Lux coming back to play shortstop. I still want to re-sign Kike. I still want to bring Kike back.
I think he has gotten re-signed already.
Oh, he already has. I want Kike back so they can rotate the two. Gavin Lux should not be playing every day. Like he's not coming off an ACL. You can't
like we pray he can.
We pray we can. But also at the very start of the season,
I also just don't know if he can hit a lefty. So like,
well, that is also just coming back off the season. Like,
yeah, just a year off without hitting. Like,
yeah, you don't want him to be starting every single day for the first 2 weeks of the season. Like you need to rotate.
Yeah, like I'm not too concerned like health wise necessarily with his ACL. Like I think he'll be good to go. Like,
no, but still, it's different when you get into actual.
Yeah, no, I'm literally worried just having a year off, not hitting, not.
But I mean, I said this still, and I still like this idea of getting Cody, ideally, bringing him in, moving Outman to left or right, and keeping Cody in center, but. I mean, also,
if we got him, he's playing center.
I mean, if we got Shohei too, then you get the question, okay, are we letting Shohei rehab the entire time? Are we having him DH? Are we throwing him out in the outfield and DHing while he rehabs? I guess you can't really do that still because he's going to still be recovering in his throwing arm. So it's a question of what you do with him. Like, are you going to just let him try and fully recover?
Just like regardless of the arm, even if he didn't have Tommy John, like, Shohei's not a great fielder just in general, but like this, like, let's say he is shut down. Well, we are assuming we're getting Shohei. If we don't get Shohei Ohtani, then what we've done over the past 2 years has just been a waste. We have literally been saving up our money for this offseason. We've specifically not signed guys to long-term deals for this 2024 offseason. If you compare Andrew Freeman's moves with the Dodgers around 2015 to 2021, we go get Trey, we go get Scherzer, like we make splashes. Since 2021, which is also the year that Ohtani had an MVP season, after Ohtani's MVP season, Freeman's like, okay, that's the man.
It's
every
also,
decision we make moving forward, we have to keep in mind.
This
do we
move,
have the
by
money
the way, is not just about Shohei Ohtani. It's about Yamamoto. So
I'm hearing crazy estimations for where his contract may be. I'm hearing
Yamamoto?
He may even get a 300 right now, which would be the first time ever that an import gets 300. Like if I have this correctly, I think I'm forgetting his name. Whoever the Red Sox just got, I think he signed the highest initial contract.
See, here's the thing.
From Asia.
I know he's a great player. And I know we
not worth $300 million.
I know we
have never seen him hit in the
but
MLB.
He's never played in the MLB. I'm not giving you a $300 million contract. It's not.
Hell no.
Fuck it. I know the Cubs are offering that shit. Cubs, go do that. That's fine with me. I don't care. I'm not paying $300 million for that. So
yeah, I mean, he's very good.
no, he is very good. But you never played in the MLB. You've never played in America. Like, obviously, I know the game in Japan, like Japanese players are amazing at baseball, but also the MLB itself is a different kind of thing, and being in a different country also, I feel like affects things. So
No, yeah, there's so many factors. Like, it's really hard for any foreigner to come in and just like play in the MLB. That is very hard to do. Like, there are so many obstacles you have to climb just to like just fuck it, just assimilate in American society. But yeah, Yamamoto, I'm hearing he might be up to 300. I'm seeing that Bellinger's contract is projected around 6 years, 140, which I don't think we're gonna give. So I think we can kind of cross Bellinger off our list unless we can somehow convince Scott Boras to
which
take
we
like
won't.
a 2-year.
But we also just need to get actual like depth. That's the other problem that we just don't have. We don't have depth.
The thing is, it's like I would say I agree with you. We don't necessarily have quality depth players. At the time, I loved the move, but like Chris Taylor on his 4-year, $84 million, that shit has crippled this franchise. Like that deal has not turned out well for us.
He's still under contract.
So he got a bag. And he hasn't quite lived up to expectation. That was kind of our utility guy. That was him and Kike were our utility guys, kind of plug in, fill in for injured guys, pop in, little platoon here and there. Jock is still available. It'd be way
locker room
cheaper
guy
than Cody.
Locker room guy.
Playoff guy, just a straight killer. Like, I love Jock. He's one of my favorite Dodgers ever.
We both said after the playoffs, we're like, we wish Jock was still here. I know he's like 33 now, 32. Like, he's older.
Which I have no problem with.
He's older, but I mean, I would still love to have him.
Yeah, the rumors are he's linked to Philly right now, which, god damn it, if Philly just got another just locker room guy like Jock, like, god damn it.
I'd be somewhat sad.
Yeah, he's only 31. He's got like another 7 years. He's good, Everett. He's good. So Jock, that's a guy, of course.
I mean, Nelson Cruz played till he was 41. So.
Yeah, shit. He's now our hitting coach. Him and Chris Archer's our pitching coach. Chris Archer's younger than Kershaw. So, and hey, if it were up to me, I would not re-sign Kershaw.
I haven't heard anything about Kershaw yet either.
Yeah, he hasn't even. I mean, if he was retiring, that would have been announced already. So he's definitely not retiring. But like, hey, like the way I saw Game 1 when Kershaw gave up 6 runs and 1 out. I mean, that seemed to me like it was done. That seemed to me like that was his last ever appearance in a Dodger uniform. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, his legacy has been, if it wasn't already cemented, it is now. But yeah, that was MLB update. That was the MLB update. All right, college football. Quick little update I got before we get into the recruiting rankings with the transfer portal and stuff. Obviously, Texas A&M is getting hit like a truck. Ohio State is also getting hit like a bus right now. But specifically with Ohio State, running back Chip Trainum has entered the transfer portal, I believe. I believe last year was his 4th year in college. So has another year or 2 of eligibility remaining. This is his 2nd time in the portal. But what Ohio State fans are thinking is that decision hints slightly that Trevion Henderson will be returning next year. And also at the same time, if Trevion Henderson were to return, then I would also expect Dallin Hayden to enter the transfer portal.
I would just be kind of surprised considering he's right now the consensus #1 running back in the class. So
is he?
Yes, currently.
There we go, Trey. I mean, I'm just saying right now, if Trevion Henderson played for the Miami Dolphins and the league,
he's projected to be a first round pick right now.
So
like end of the 1st round.
Yeah, I mean, nothing has been confirmed. These are all speculation.
Right,
this is a bunch of Ohio State fans trying to get their hopes up, if I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't actually expect Trevion Henderson to stay. But seeing Chip make that move to the portal seems quite interesting. If Trevion was going, I don't really know why Chip would leave, but hey, who knows? We also saw Mayan Williams declared for the draft. So that's a running back also leaving the room. He was banged up pretty bad this year too. But seeing Mayan declare for the draft, Chip hit the transfer portal, it seems like Trevion might actually be coming back. I wouldn't put my money on it though. But hey, we'll see. That was a little update I had for that. But let's do top 10. Receivers first or quarterbacks first?
Receivers first, quarterbacks second.
Okay, so while I was making these lists, and I kind of made them together while I was going through the quarterbacks, I was also going through receivers at the same time, and I noticed a lot of overlap. A lot of the top quarterbacks have guys in the top 10 of the receiver list, vice versa. And this probably shouldn't have much to factor into it, but I was thinking to myself, there are some guys where, maybe their passing numbers or receiving numbers look really good because of the quarterback throwing to them or the receiver that they're throwing to. So, thought about it a little bit, but, it makes sense that Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix had crazy seasons when you look at the receivers they had. So a lot of these things add up, but we'll start with the receivers. We'll go 10-1. Also for your sake, Everett, when I send you the picture of these, I put the colleges next to them. So because I'm guessing there might be a couple names where you do not know. So
I will be surprised if I don't know them. I'll put it that way. But
there will be a couple where I just, you get a pass in my book if you've never heard of it.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Okay. Top 10 wide receivers of the 2023 season. Okay, slight breaking news. The Padres are delaying the Juan Soto trade with a review of medicals from Yankees players being traded over. So
being smart. They're being smart.
If the Yankees happen to fail a physical or two and this trade's off the table, oh my God, that is going to be so funny. But please get Soto out of the NL West. Please, he's so fucking good. Okay, top 10 wide receivers. Colin Lacey, Tetaroa McMillan, Malik Washington, Xavier Legette, Brian Thomas, Troy Franklin, Luther Burden, Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, and Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, just in case I mess it up, Tetaroa McMillan. That was the number 9 receiver out of Arizona. You could also say T-Mac. That's his nickname, but that was for you. Of those top 10, the one thing this is slight bias, and this is not how I should be doing these rankings, but this is I was trying to find a way to get Evan Stewart in there. I was trying to find a way to put Evan Stewart in there. I just couldn't do it. But I want to say this isn't like a talent ranking. Now, I know I still got Marv at number 1. I'd still say he had the best wide receiver performance this year, given the quarterback situation.
Also, given the fact, he had 20 less receptions than both Malik Neighbors and Rome Odunze. And he had, I think,
that is correct.
He had about 100 less yards, and I think he had about the same, if not more,
around 100 less, a little bit more, but yeah,
same
amount of touchdowns.
It was like 180. It was like 180, 200 yards less, essentially.
Yeah, it's just Marv is just a crazy player. I think, you can call me out for being biased there, but I don't think too many people are going to call me out for that one. Odunze and Neighbors, kind of like a pick your poison. Now, this is kind of where some NFL bias. I think Odunze is just a little more talented, and I gave him the nod there, which really isn't how we should be doing this. But fuck it, that's kind of how
I think that's fair. If you need a tiebreaker,
also slight bias. I got to see Odunze in person this year, so
if you need a slight tiebreaker, I feel like that's fair to just be like, hey, you're a little bit more talented. You deserve to be above. I think that's fair.
I think it's okay. Luther Burden had to be in this top 5 no matter what. Absolute crazy season. So fun fact today, Luther Burden was teammates with Jamison Williams in high school. They're both from St. Louis. So I've known Luther Burden for a while, been following him. And he, I believe, is the number 3 recruit in the class of 2021, or number 4 recruit. Went to Missouri, which was, I guess, a little bit of a surprise, but he's from St. Louis. But yeah, Luther Burden is a name That is a name to watch. As of right now, he is my number 1 wide receiver in college football next season. He is not draft eligible, so he has to return next year. So that is my wide receiver 1 off the board next year. And I'm talking draft 2025. Luther Burden is my wide receiver 1 for that class. Love him a lot. Troy Franklin, phenomenal season. Brian Thomas, also phenomenal season. I want to shout out, though, Xavier Legette out of South Carolina. It's a shame he had Spencer Rattler throwing him the ball, because if someone else was doing it, he probably would have looked a little bit better. But Xavier Legette,
hey, NFL draft quarterback. Okay, he's gonna be the draft.
At one point in his college career, he was projected to be the number 1.
And then he went out and threw a pick to Tulane on the first drive of the season. Yeah,
then he got benched. But yeah, him absolutely adore. Need to shout out T-Mac out of Arizona. That guy I've been following a while. I believe he's a 4 or 5-star out of Servite. So LA guy, California. I've just played against Servite. So, kept my tabs on him. And then Colin Lacey. This is our only non-Power 5 guy on the list. Quan Jackson, honorable mention. That's on me. But Colin Lacey at that 10th spot. But okay, under the quarterbacks now. Under the quarterbacks. This one, 10-1. Top 10 quarterbacks. Oh, we good? Okay. Top 10 quarterbacks of the 2023 college football season. Michael Pratt, J.J. McCarthy, Jalen Milroe, Caleb Williams, Jordan Travis, Noah Fafita, Dylan Gabriel, Michael Penix, Bo Nix, and Jaden Daniels. What are your thoughts on that?
I love the Pratt love. I'm going to assume people might not agree on that one, just because unfortunately Mike didn't get to play a full season. If he had, 100% would be there. He still is there in my book, but
well, I mean, in a way, like, I got Jordan Travis at 6, and the way I kind of look at it, I mean, what you can argue, one can argue.
Oh, I'm not going to argue it, because
Jordan Travis was so important to Florida State that after he got injured, they're not in the playoffs.
So let's do this little game. Out of those teams, are there any quarterback on that list that if you kind of take him out of the equation, that team might still be fine?
So let me give you a two-part question. If there are many players on this list where if you replace them with another quarterback in this top 10 list, then I'm not sure how much change would necessarily happen.
I'm saying they're just they got hurt. Like,
if they're out, and then we're talking a Florida State situation with Rodemaker in or Brock Glenn in.
Yes.
Wait. Say the question one more time. Which one of these quarterbacks?
Are there any quarterbacks on that list where the offense
team performance,
so,
offense
they'd still be fine? Like, that offense still would operate without them there.
Potentially JJ, but I wouldn't even say that. Potentially him, but yeah.
I guess I don't really know who most of the backups are. Milroe, I guess. I mean, Tyler Buchner is just
he's playing lacrosse now, so yeah.
That's the status of that. So we kind of figured that one out. Penix, I do
not know who their backup is.
Yeah, that's the only thing. If I knew who it was, maybe I can argue something there. But yeah.
Well, actually, we can confirm Noah Fafita. Noah Fafita actually took over for the starter.
Oh, he beat out the guy during the year?
Yeah, he took him over midseason, and then Arizona became good. So we could say that for him. We can confirm that if he was gone. Oh, wait, no. We're asking for if he leaves, the team stays. No. Yeah, no. Can't say it. Can't say it for no.
Love the Pratt love. But I think it's a very good list, like, overall. And I think I like the fact you're giving Jordan Travis enough respect, but not too much respect, where it's like, yeah, if he didn't get hurt, he's going to be the number 3 quarterback right now. I am kind of surprised, though. There's no mention of Quinn Ewers or
I didn't have Ewers on here. And this is how I look at Quinn Ewers. Like, go look back at that Alabama game. He went above and beyond to help win that game for Texas. Like, he was a big factor why they won. Also, at the same time, though, there have been many games this year. Now, I know he was also hurt for a little bit, but I feel like Quinn is also very capable of just losing Texas games at times.
It's a
little inconsistent.
Let's just look at the snubs on this list. Notable names that were not on it, okay?
Yeah, no Drake May.
No Carson Beck, no Drake May, no Cameron Ward.
Yeah. Who's my quarterback next year, guys.
No Shedeur.
Yeah, no Shedeur.
Preston Stone from SMU.
Talia, is that?
Yeah,
okay.
Preston Stone from SMU is not there. Brady Cook from Mizzou. Joe Milton, by the way, start of the year. But Joe Milton at the start of the year, everybody's like, this guy's going to be a top quarterback this season. He's going to be working his way to be a top first round pick. Absolutely did not happen that way.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Milton, he's a Michigan man through and through.
Sam Hartman's not there. No, Caden Salter, who I still don't really know who that is, but you do, obviously.
He's a nice guy. I like him a lot.
He's playing in the Fiesta Bowl, so nice. I mean, I can't say anything.
Daquan Fenn, bit of a snub.
DJ, I'm not even gonna try his last name, but
no, you got it. No, you got it.
Uagalele.
I don't know exactly, so that could be. Don't ask me.
JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy.
He's on there.
Oh, he is on there.
Yeah.
Frank Harris from UTSA. Yeah. No, I mean, we're missing the biggest guy of all of them, BYU quarterback Keaton Slovis. So,
yeah, I mean, USC legend right there.
But no, I think it's a good
undefeated
list.
Against UCLA. So
I think it's a good list, and it does also kind of portray the way that this year's draft's going to go. I think too is I was talking to you about this before. I think every quarterback that we have projected to be in that for those first 2 days is on that list.
Yeah,
Caleb. Besides Drake May.
Yeah.
But Caleb's not on there.
He is 7.
Oh, he is on there. So Caleb, May, Daniels, Nix, Penix, JJ, and Pratt.
Yep. All there.
All first 2 day picks.
Yeah. So, this college football season was very exciting. I just want to also point out one thing that no one really brings up when kind of gloss over is the rule change that happened this year, which literally has completely changed how the sport works, not having the clock stop after first downs unless it's under 2 minutes. Like, that has shortened the games. That has decreased the number of average possessions per team. It has made it just by nature, there's less time in the game, so it's harder to average as many yards and touchdowns as it was in the past. So, like,
I just
by nature, stats are going to be down.
Just real quick, because I still don't really know who this guy is, but Caden Salter from Liberty has 1,000 rushing yards on the season.
Yeah. Look how many rushing touchdowns he has too.
Didn't know that. Oh, 12. Oh.
Yeah, Everett. He has 43 touchdowns this year.
Lord. Okay. All right. We want to get into the NFL and in this game slate.
Yeah. So, that's what I had on there.
On the docket.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, actually, shout out Jordan McLeod. That was another snub out of JMU.
Oh.
Who I know he's in the portal now. I don't know where he's going.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see. Okay. So Grant beat me last week by 1 game. He is now within 2 games of me. So we'll clarify that. And I'm going to do everybody a favor. Grant's called me out on this. I'm going to say the games with the game time.
Really?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
You wrote it down this week.
I have it on my ESPN tab. I did not write it down.
Let's see if you can get the one slight wrinkle this week. Let's see if you remember it before you announce it. But
if I remember it. Well, that's making me feel like there's a
right away. You'll see, and you're like, oh, that's a little odd.
Oh. Wait.
It should be pretty fucking obvious.
Now you're like messing with me. I feel like there's like a game.
I'm not trying to mess with you. Like there's just one. Instead of 1 game of football being played out a time slot, there happens to be 2 this week.
Okay. I thought you meant like they were playing in like London or some shit. I'm like, dude, it's the middle of December.
Yeah.
Okay. Thursday night, we have Patriots at Steelers. And then on Sunday, starting Sunday.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got it. Wow. Patriots, Steelers. Wow. To think we got Seahawks, Cowboys last night, which now I said this before last week. This has a chance to be the best Thursday night football game of the season. They both played on Thanksgiving. They have a full week of rest for this Thursday night football for last week. So I was saying this potentially might be the best Thursday night football, just quality of football, because the teams aren't on short rest. And then it ended up happening being the best Thursday night football game of the year. This one, though, I'm ready to say this could be the worst Thursday night.
It's arguably they're both so horrible that they might actually be
good.
It might actually be a good game because it's so bad.
Yeah,
Okay, Sunday noon slate. We have Bucks at Falcons, Lions at Bears, Colts at Cincinnati, Jaguars at Browns, Panthers at Saints, Texans at Jets, and Rams at Ravens. 3 o'clock slate. Vikings at Raiders, Seahawks at 49ers, Bills at Chiefs. I'm just going to put a little asterisk in there. 3 o'clock slate, but it starts 20 minutes later. Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I said I was doing the job, right?
3:25.
3:25. Broncos at Chargers, and night game, Eagles at Cowboys. Monday night, 2 games. We have Titans at Dolphins and Packers at Giants.
Yeah, we got a double Monday night football this week, and I don't understand why do it, because Titans, Dolphins, Packers, Giants. Now they have a short rest for the week at why?
Are the Manning cast going to be between? They're going to be on both games. How does that work?
I believe there will only be overlapping for a little bit.
Do they get to do red zone where they're just bouncing back and forth?
Oh no, both games start at the exact same time. Shit, I got no idea.
They're bouncing back.
I have no idea.
That's the interesting question.
I have no idea.
That's the money question right there. Okay.
Oh, they can't break them up, right? They can't have Eli do one and Peyton. No,
they have to be the whole thing's together. So that's why maybe they have to do both.
Can they give
games.
Coop the other one?
He should be their sideline reporter. That should be what it is.
Well, I was just thinking the other day. I was battling COVID for the past couple of weeks, but I was at home watching it with my older brother. We had the Manning cast on, and we both sat there and thought to ourselves, I'm the youngest. It's just me and my older brother. But I was just thinking, asking my brother, how embarrassing would it be if just I was a much better athlete than you throughout our whole life? Now, my brother happened to be the quarterback and shit. So, and I played left guard. So, you can make your assumptions on how our athletic careers went on your own. But just being Coop, damn, dude, that's just a bummer. Because if you know what happened to Coop, he went to Ole Miss to play receiver, had a spine thing where he didn't retire.
Medically retired.
Yeah, he had to medically retire as a freshman on campus, he was about to start playing college football, and then your middle brother goes on Tennessee, being Peyton Manning, and then the youngest brother Eli has 2 Super Bowls. That's the only thing he has accomplished. Fuck you, Eli Manning, for leaving my team. But that just sucks. Being big brother, but middle brother and younger brother are just way better than you. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
And actually, now I remember why this brought. The dynamic between Peyton and Eli, it's just them two. Peyton's just the obvious older brother. Eli's just the young brother.
Yeah, and then you forget Coop's in there. Then you forget that he exists.
I'm just so, because Peyton Manning, he's just alphaing Eli Manning around all the time. But Cooper Manning's definitely alphas Peyton. Regardless of their careers, Coop is still big brother, Yeah. I was just thinking.
Yeah, no. When they do the Thanksgiving drafts, he's double betaing or double alphaing Eli. He's all right, Peyton, get over here. You're on my team. And I don't even know if Cooper can play in the Thanksgiving games, but
yeah, he shouldn't. He shouldn't be playing in them. Probably does, but he shouldn't be. But yeah, no. I mean, no. If anything, Coop's definitely
there's 4
I'm gonna take the best quarterback
family.
in the family, Arch.
Well, there's 2 Arches.
Well, Arch and then Archie. I think that's how we're going to distinguish the two.
Still confusing.
And
okay, anyways.
Arch is the younger
slate.
one.
Game slate. Here are my game picks. All right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We give out picks on the show. Yeah.
Steelers, Falcons, Lions, Colts, Browns. Fuck it. Give me the Panthers again. Texans, Ravens, Vikings, Niners, Bills, Broncos, Cowboys, Dolphins, Packers.
Jesus Christ. Damn. Now, I would love to lose this game. I know you would love to lose this game. First,
I did just see, I know that last week it was in the rain and shit, but I did just see 6 points versus the Patriots. I'm like, all right, there's no way. There's no way.
So, like, first, I just want to say, like, sure, tank-wise, get a better pick. I'd like that. But also, like, for the outlook of this team, we need Brandon Staley to be gone. There's no better way to drill the point across to, fuck, it seems like Telesco is staying. So it appears as if Telesco is the one who's going to be firing Staley. And I don't think there's a better way to drill into Tom Telesco that Staley sucks than having Sean Payton, who on record was like, I want to coach the Chargers, have him come into LA and just shit on us. I don't think we can drill the message in clearer than this. Am I wrong or what?
No,
like,
that would also be more to the Spanos family be like, hey, your GM fucked up. That's what it would be to
that
me.
That as well. Like, but I'm just thinking, like, when the Broncos traded for Peyton, that included last year's first round pick, or is it next year's first round?
I don't remember. I forgot they traded for him, to be honest.
I mean, we took Quentin Johnson anyway, so it didn't fucking matter. We should have just traded for Sean Payton. Like, I mean, what the hell? So, yeah, like the Broncos, if we beat the Broncos, then Staley's 100% staying on board, at least through week 5 next year. Like, we need to lose this game.
Don't worry, Khalil Mack's been getting sacks the last like 5 games.
Now he actually has been looking way better. Like I was shit talking him a little bit, a little stretch there in the middle of the season, saying he's dead to me. He's not dead to me. Bosa, dead to me. But yeah, Mac is there. Mac is there. Unfortunately, he's definitely not going to be on the team next year.
Let's get your game picks, and then we'll go through the rest of these games as well.
Yeah, I hate this week. I'm going no upsets. Steelers, Falcons, Lions, Colts, Browns, Saints, Texans, Ravens, Vikings, 49ers, Chiefs, Chargers, Cowboys, Dolphins, Packers. 0 upsets. I'm going 0 upsets.
So here's my deal. Well, I would say Chargers over Broncos is an upset, but that's like legally bound by you to have to pick that.
Somehow 3 points. Yeah, the Chargers lines are weird.
But so here's the deal. The one game that I was really like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, is the Bills Chiefs, because both have looked horrible lately. Yeah. And this was one of those games that you're like, oh, this is a battle of the juggernauts, and the Chiefs have typically gotten the best of the Bills, but the Chiefs don't have a wide receiver right now. It just doesn't exist. Pacheco's been playing well. Kelsey's been but like the Bills are kind of like, this is do or die for the Bills right now. The Bills are 6-6, Chiefs are 8-4. Bills lose this game, they don't have a chance of making the playoffs. So that's kind of my logic with that. But
yeah, the way I'm looking at it, last week I know Bills ended up losing to the Eagles, but like
close.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the game, some questionable calls going towards Philly's way that whole game. But I feel like the Bills are in a weird little spot right now. Like losing to the Broncos a couple weeks ago, that one's pretty bad. They just went out, smacked the Jets. Now I know it's the Jets offense. But I don't know. Bills 1-4 on the road this year. Kansas City's not the easiest place to play in the world.
No, but they've been there a lot before, so
that is true. Maybe they can enact revenge.
I just think it's do or die right now, and that's my mentality with that. I did take the Panthers over the Saints. I took the Panthers again for a second straight week. Don't know why I'm doing that. But the thought process is arguably the Saints are better with Jameis Winston, but it is Jameis Winston. So, and the Panthers looked actually somewhat palatable last week.
Hey,
so
all I'm saying, take the over on Chris Olave targets. Take the over on Olave
Horn's
targets.
Coming back though. JC Horn's coming back.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Now, did he do Achilles last year?
I can't remember, but he did something.
He did something this year. Like, okay, Horn. Now, I mean, that's a.
I don't know if he'll be back for this game specifically, but he's supposed to be back.
Yeah, I mean that should be exciting to watch. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like the Panthers last week, like they hadn't been able to get anything done offensively. And last week, I mean, they barely lost to the Bucks. And when they played the Saints before, they lost by 3 points. And that was at the start of the year where they were like really, really bad. They still
the
are bad.
Are a weird team to me. Yeah,
they still are bad, but I think I mean I could argue that the Bucks are better than the Saints. So Derek Carr is not playing. That offense is just kind of ass. So
it is. I don't think we need a kind of tag. It is.
It is ass. Also, just want to say, I mean, Adam Thielen is Marshawn Lattimore's dad. So.
Oh yeah. Now Thielen, I believe through like 4 or 5 weeks, he actually might have been like top 5 in the league in yards.
Yeah.
Things have gone off track over the
past
couple weeks or so. But yeah, I mean, Thielen's an absolute dog. I will never forget his first breakout year when he was a waiver wire pickup. Oh my God, bro. Thielen, animal. Absolute animal.
But yeah, and then I mean most of these games are like, I mean, pretty simple to see who I think will kind of be the favorite. I don't know how much we have to talk about it, but let's look at the Vikings Raiders game real quick. First thing that I want to say, okay, first thing real quick. The Vikings, when it comes to field goals, are the most unlucky team in existence. The league average for field goal percentage made on attempts of 60 yards or more, 35%.
Which is more than I thought it would be. But
the league average when they're playing the Vikings on attempts of 60 yards or more, 71%.
So it doubles.
More than doubles.
All right. Okay.
When you play the Vikings. You're like given essentially like the easiest chance to make a 60-yard field goal when you play us. Game's on the line. It's a 3-point game, tied game, whatever, and you have to kick a 65-yarder. Oh, we're golden. You're good. You're good. Yeah. We'll go home.
No, that's not ideal. Yeah, that's not a stat you wanna go into the record books.
But the Pasternak's been announced that he's the starting quarterback again. I don't know how
Jefferson
he'll be back, but the other thing is I don't think that he's going to be like 100% coming right back. The Vikings like to kind of ease people back in. So maybe they start off slow at the start of the game. By the end of it, he'll be like playing like normal. But there's also a chance that he'll go into the game and he's not going to be like doing everything that we're expecting him to. And I expect that to increase as time goes on. But obviously, I mean, the Raiders still have to prepare for him. The one thing that I noticed, so Kevin O'Connell and Josh Dobbs were in a room this weekend, basically breaking down play by play, everything from the Bears game from 2 weeks ago. Kevin O'Connell talking about what he would do differently if he was Josh Dobbs, talking about the play calls, everything. And they broke down the whole offense, everything.
Yeah.
They've said that Kevin O'Connell is going to try and maybe do a little bit more with the offense just to tailor it to Josh Dobbs than it was before, which I do like to see. I do like to see that that's happening because obviously Kirk Cousins is not going to be he's not going to be around for many more years. And the only thing I'm disappointed of is not Jalen. Lord, what God.
I don't know. I have no idea who you're even referencing right now. So
Jaren Hall. Sorry, Jaren
okay,
Hall.
okay, all right.
Jaren Hall looked really good versus Atlanta when he first. I mean, it was obviously just one drive, but him being healthy now, I feel like after that performance, it's versus the Raiders, who aren't fantastic. He probably should have gotten the opportunity to start this game. And if he doesn't do well, then put Josh Dobbs back in. I get the momentum thing. I get you don't want to make your quarterback feel like upset, like you don't want to play with the quarterback psyche. But overall, it's going to be interesting. I feel like you can't commit to one quarterback. It's like going to have to be a week by week thing. But I'm hoping to see more Ty Chandler, less Alexander Madison. I'm hoping that Josh Dobbs actually doesn't he actually reads the field, and it's not just like cycling over to one player. Like that's what Kirk did a lot. Was obviously you want to target Justin Jefferson. Obviously you want him to be like your main focus point. Like just fuck it, he's down there somewhere. But when you have TJ Hawkinson, you have KJ Osborne, and you have Jordan Addison, you're going to have a lot more opportunities for somebody to be open. So like kind of getting the ball around and utilizing every aspect of the offense is what I'm hoping to see for this game. If we can't beat the Raiders, chalk up the season. It's fucked. All right. We already lost the Bears. Fuck that. Keep in mind, this is with a coach that's an interim coach.
That is true.
But outside of that, I mean, most of these games are pretty much just death sentences. Bears will probably be somewhat competitive versus the Lions because they just are in division, but the Lions win that. I mean,
a lot of divisions this week, a lot of divisional games. So.
I fully expect. Best game of the week is Eagles Cowboys, but the Titans Dolphins game, I mean, it's gonna be an execution. And
13-point spread on that one.
I wish that I was at least gonna get to watch Tajay play in that game, but I think Derek's coming back. So
I think.
But the future is bright, though. That is Tajay's team going forward.
That is true. Derek is on his
last
dance. It's his last dance right now. Okay, it's Derek's last dance. So there is that. But
yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to talk about Broncos Chargers.
The one thing I'm going to say about that game, by the way, I didn't get to mention this last episode about last week's slate. I know last week we went over the did Austin Eckler have more rushing yards than yards in a spool of floss?
Let me see.
Austin Eckler did not have more yards than a thing of floss. Just updating you. 18 rushing yards. The floss spool has a 43.7 yards. So,
yeah, I mean,
second week in a row.
Eckler, he's averaging 3.5 yards per carry. I mean, wow. Now he did get hurt after week 1. He did get hurt, but damn, man, he is done. Eckler's over.
I mean, good thing you guys didn't pay him.
That was the smartest thing we did this offseason. It's just not making a move. That was the smartest thing we did.
Yeah, you guys will be drafting a running back this year. Maybe Trevion Henderson.
Now, for Trevion's sake, I hope we don't. But for the Chargers' sake, yes,
I did see a video of Jim Harbaugh wearing a Junior Seau jersey this past week, though. So.
Now, I know Harbaugh finished his career on the Chargers, and I'm guessing they were probably teammates for like a year or two. But I'm not sure if you heard this, I brought this up with Chad last time. Harbaugh, on record, said that among the active quarterbacks in the NFL, he believed Justin Herbert is the best over Mahomes, over Hurts, over Josh Allen.
That's just him trying to get the job.
This was to Greeny at ESPN, just a little aside conversation 2 years ago. So take that for what you want to value that. But he did quote, he went on for 5 minutes talking about how he believes Justin Herbert is the best quarterback out of all of them. So, it's not like Greeny teed him up. It's not like Greeny specifically asked Herbert. They were just talking about the young quarterbacks, and then Harbaugh was like, but by the way, Herbert. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any other news to cover before we wrap up this episode. It really doesn't look like it. I have a list to end the episode with today. These are going to be our Super Bowl favorites. So the favorites to win the Super Bowl. This is not like an odds thing. This is not like a, oh, whatever, right? This is literally just like an order of the teams that we think are most likely to just win the Super Bowl, hands out. Okay. We're going to go 10-1 because it builds a little bit more anticipation. We're starting with one you're not going to be a fan of, but here we go. Broncos, Texans, Jaguars, Chiefs, Lions, Ravens, Cowboys, Eagles, Dolphins, 49ers.
So, I mean, I know that Broncos were that team you snuck in there. Overall, no, I don't like to hear that. But in a way, I do like to hear it because I've been saying for like 2 years now, 2023 Broncos are going to be a football team.
No, you haven't. Now, you haven't. No, you didn't think that they were going to be a good team.
Let's go pull up. Okay, what did I say going into the season? Did I think the Broncos are going to be better or worse?
You said they would be better. I don't think that you still said they're going to be great, though.
Okay, well, great. I would define great as 11 plus wins. I never went that far. But 9-7?
Yeah. That's fair.
Like, I was just saying, Broncos, I feel like everyone wrote them off. And Russell wrote back, but Sean Payton did it. So, like, if we're just looking at it from that angle, like, Broncos, I'm kind of happy that they're kind of, they better beat us this week. They better beat us this week. But yeah, okay. Rest of the list now, that is in order. So you have Dolphins at 2.
Dolphins, I have it 2. And somebody's going to say
Niners at 1.
Somebody's going to say, and I know they're not going to watch this because half the fucking people don't when they actually want an explanation of things.
Where you got Ravens on there?
5. But somebody's going to say, hey, Dolphins haven't beaten anybody good. They've only beaten bad teams. It's like when you haven't beaten a ranked opponent, right? Like they can't beat a ranked opponent. My argument to that is yes, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. And in order to get places, like playoffs is a different thing. Watch them last year when they didn't have Tua going into that game versus the Bills where they almost beat the Bills.
They almost in Buffalo. It around.
In Buffalo. So sirens going off. But I think that it's a different thing in the playoffs. Right now they have the bye week. Do with that what you will. I think Mike McDaniel is going to be a good job about prepping them for all of that. 49ers, I think, are the clear favorite. Brock Purdy's MVP favorite right now. I have the Eagles and Cowboys at interchangeable, like kind of based on who wins this weekend, to be honest. I still think the Cowboys will win this week, but and the Eagles offense is just exclusively the tush push at this point. But I think because of that, Eagles get the nod there. Rest of the teams, who cares? Who cares? So
we got the Lions on there.
6.
All right.
I honestly don't think that they are going to even get. I think that they might get first rounded, but but
Well, I'm keeping my eye on the Ravens now. Pretty relatively popular, like new pick to like make some noise in the AFC this year. I've heard that a lot over the past month or 2. But
my way sleeper team right now is the Texans.
I think they could.
They might do. They might do something, and they might ruffle some feathers up in there. If you get what I'm saying,
they're just playing good ball. Like they're just a football team. Like
but with Tank Dell out, with Tank Dell out, it'll be interesting because that does kind of remove some aspects of their offense. But I don't know. Nico Collins did go for almost 200 yards last week, so
and they got Noah Brown ready and waiting. Is Mechie now? What is he?
Mechie's
in there on 11 personnel now. Is Mechie getting some PT?
Maybe Dalton Schultz is still there. Their run game is horrible.
Also, just a very underrated pickup. Schultz, like
they did give him a bag though.
Yes, but like when I think of just like a under the radar free agent signing this offseason, like I think Dalton Schultz has been like instrumental in helping CJ
I
Stroud
agree.
kind of get
I
broken
agree.
into as a rookie. So,
But
shout out to D Schultz.
with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram at WaterboyPod. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Everett and at Waterboy Grant. We post new episodes on all podcast platforms and on YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure you turn on notifications on YouTube so you don't miss any of our episodes or shorts that we upload throughout the week. We post new TikToks. Should be going back to normal now, so Tuesday to Sunday. So make sure to follow us there so you don't miss any of those. Nice little bite-sized nuggets of information. And sometimes just funny clips of us. So you like that. We'll hopefully be getting back to uploading graphics twice a week after this next week, just because we've had so much stuff going on. We can't manage everything. The unnamed intern is getting overwhelmed right now. But with all that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Waterboys out.